Hi guys, it's Lady J here and this is my channel. You are most welcome. Here we are going to discuss a lot of lady stuff, anything to do with ladies habits, ladies behaviors and everything generally that deals with ladies. And anyway, sometimes it can affect men as well because ladies are humans and we interact with both animals and other genders of human beings. So today what we're gonna discuss is that there is something that has really gotten our attention and I wish to address it. It's a little bit sensitive topic, but I promise it's worth addressing. So I came to notice that in the world is somehow going, I don't know, there is a lot of changes taking place in the world nowadays, and it's a bit as if the world is rushing or heading somewhere, we don't know. So if you check it like worldwide, you will notice that youth, especially the young people, are finding it very difficult to find a proper way or the right way to fix the challenges that we face in our lives. We don't find exactly the right way to handle the issues that affects us, the challenges, the problems, the matters that affects us in our lives. And we end up, most of the people, more high percentage of the young people, yes, problems can affect a wide range of ages, from young people to old people, but mostly it's the youth that do not have a proper way to handle it. So that's why it brings us to the issue of some people taking their own lives. It's a bit stressful, but it can only mean one thing. It can mean that the person was not open to discuss whatever the problems they're facing with others, or it can mean that the people that were available, the people that were around him or her, were not loyal, were not trustworthy, were not people that the person can trust enough to open up and explain whatever the problem that's facing, at least, so that at least in one way or another they can come up with what to do, a better way to solve the situation, a better way to solve the problem. Because anyway, with issues, we have problem I've shared is a problem I've solved. Problem shared is a problem I've solved. But when you're sharing, you can't share with anybody. You can't share. It's not anybody that is worth sharing your problem with, because one, what if the person takes it for granted, laughs at you, doesn't take you seriously, speaks to others about it? All these things so makes people that sometimes you don't find the right person to talk to, and they just end up solving it their own way, solving it the way they deem fit. So as per the statistics, you find that almost 1 million people die yearly of cases of taking their own lives, cases of suicide. People suffer depression, they don't know how to handle. And we as the youth, we as the people, we as friends of people, we are not there for the people that we call our friends. We are not standing by them. And that's the reason that people might not be ready to share the problems with us, because there is, even if the burden is too big, at least in one way or another, you can figure out, if you are 2 or 3 people, you can figure out something to do without going to the extreme end of the solution. So I know most of the people, you might think that, what do I know about depression? What do I know about somebody reaching that point of taking their own lives? But hey, I know a lot. I too have gone through a lot of challenges personally, and yes, I've thought of many things, but I fear I have fear to take my own life. Yet I've thought of like taking my own life, but to a point of doing it, I've not reached that point. It's a bit difficult, and for the people that have reached there, it means the situation was really burdening. The situation was really bad. Yes, because it's another thing to feel like it's like I even feel like dying. That's one thing, and to really commit the act is another thing. It just shows the extent of the situation. Yes, I've lost a friend to suicide, a best friend, a classmate, and a desk mate for that matter. It was not easy. Only that by the time all the things happened, we were not very close. We had gone to our separate ways. But still, we were friends. And till now, I just wonder, he never talked about it. So, it can be one thing or another. The feeling, you can't understand what the person is feeling, because we were not, as I said, we were not very close that time. We had gone to different places. And maybe by then, he does as so and so person has already moved on with her life. So, and you find that among this bracket of age, among these statistics, among this number that is the worldwide estimated cases of suicide, mostly are the young people. So it brings us down to the reason why young people, because there must be a reason. And in fact, to think that one important reason is maybe break up with a partner. Yes, it's we are not, I'm not saying it's something lame. No, it's a reason for somebody to reach a point of committing suicide. It means the person really took the thing to their heart, took it seriously. So, but is it avoidable? Yes, we can avoid. Because, yes, maybe you really like the person, but the way you put the person in your heart, in your mind, is not exactly how the person puts you in their own mind. And prevention is better than cure. What I'm trying to say is that the first thing you should, I know it might not be the best advice, because we think differently. We judge, we figure things differently, but what I can say is that if you can know the type of person you are with, if you can know, and at least try to know from the action, because they said action speaks louder than words, and by the abundance of their mouth, the abundance of their heart, the mouth speaketh. That's from my Bible anyway. But the person, the action and the words that comes out of the person can lead you to judge their mind or their heart, where their heart is. That one aside, like if somebody, before something goes wrong, you will see some red flags. That's the problem with us generally, us, anybody that is young. We ignore a lot about the red flags. Even when the handwriting is written on the wall, we just try to avoid it because of the fear of the unknown, fear of losing someone. And eventually tomorrow, when the thing really happens practically on your eye, before your eyes, then we take it as if we take it by surprise, and from there it can lead from one thing to another. Suicide does not only mean somebody just takes a rope and hang themselves. Some have gone through a lot of mental torture, depressed, over drinking with an intention of just forgetting your issues. But at long last, even the over drinking can cause the person's death, and that one is also a suicide. Even if you really like the person and you notice that maybe the parents did not allow you to marry the person, it's high time to sit down personally as a person alone and ask yourself a question: what do I do next? If I die, the other person will get married to whoever person he wants to get married to, and they will live their own lives. They will have children, and you will be dead. Your parents will suffer because every parent is trying to say, okay, but when I get old, my child will take care of me. When I get old, or when my child grows up, he will make me proud. He or she will make me proud. But once you commit suicide, you have disappointed your parents. That's not even the case, because the important thing here is your life. People will continue with their lives. They forget you very soon, easy, very quickly, within a matter of half an year. The villagers will have forgotten about you. Then it will only be your family members who still love you. Don't forget, plus the burden you have put to them. Yes, if somebody dies, they just don't die. There is some bills that need to be gathered. There is a gap you will have left, void you have left. Supposing you are somebody that's used to, the family is depending on you, that has been cut off and you leave them stranded. I have seen people, a lot of things happen. Some will throw themselves up from the rooftop, third floor, fourth floor, die. And the worst part is that some lovers, maybe they are not allowed to get married. They just decided to die, both of them. Two people at the same time. Two families will grieve for their children at the same time. Just because you did not find somebody to sit down with, discuss, tell the person, see, this is our situation, it's like this and that, what do we do? Can somebody maybe come and help us talk to our parents? Or can we afford to lose each other and still be alive? Can we afford that, okay, you can go your way, marry another person, I go my way, marry another person, and tomorrow you are prospering, you are becoming successful, and I'm becoming successful. We still see each other face to face. We are still alive. We can still celebrate each other's success. We can still look into each other's face and smile. We can still have our families, take care of them, though there will be some kind of resentment. Maybe the relationship with the family will be strained a bit. But if you think higher, when you look higher, when you reason higher beyond this, and try and relax with the help of people, even you can undergo some therapy to help you heal and calm down and accept the situation the way it is. There will be a very less loss as compared to when somebody died, when you die. You leave a void. Not only that, people will miss you. Void, like people will miss you. Your friends, your family, everybody. Secondly, if you are somebody that the family depends on, you have got that one. During the time of grief, you don't know what people undergo when somebody dies. Yes, because sometimes the parents, most parents, we all know, most parents have grieved their children to a point that they die. You will not know what your mother will do once you commit suicide. She might cry herself to death. She might get an heart attack. And that will be, you have killed your mother too. Those people that kill themselves as two couples, or they agree to die, I know the pain. The point what has led you to a point that you really come to a conclusion that death is the solution? But if you had given it time, think about it. Invite somebody that can understand a life at least better than you, an elder person. Involve a therapist, psychological therapist. The truth is that coming 20, 30 years to come, you will look back and thank God that you did not die. And thank God that you did not commit suicide, because life will be very beautiful. Life will be very happy one. Even if you marry the person that you did not originally plan to marry, maybe based on traditional stuff, religion, culture, caste, anything. But once you marry whoever you end up marrying, it's not easy, yes, but you have to stay alive. Life is important. Life is sacred before God. Nobody is worth taking life except God, the giver of life. Is the one that is the rightful person to take it. But by the time somebody reaches the point of suicide, I know we have already forgotten that part, who is giving life and who is taking the life. Yes. So the best thing is not to decide when you're angry. Not to decide when you're angry. If you give that matter, at least let me think it about for a month, you might find yourself you forgot about it or you moved on. What I'm trying to say, the bottom line of this story is that nobody is worth taking their own life. Nobody should take their own life. Every life is important. You are very important in this world. Very important. You don't know after 10 years where you will be, who you will be. You don't know what is in store for you. You don't know what is your destiny. You don't know what you are brought to this world to do. Because the truth is that, the plain truth is that nobody is alive since you are alive. There is a purpose. There is something you must fulfill in this world. Find out your purpose. Find out your purpose. You are not alive just because your parents just gave birth. Because I see some people say, sometimes somebody will say, I wish I even died when I was young. But there is a reason you are alive. There is a reason why sometimes a car or a bus will fall, will have a crash, and people will die except one person will survive. There is a reason. People call it luck. People call it miracle. But the truth is that it's not yet your time to die, because you cannot die before your time. And you cannot die before fulfilling that calling, that work, that assignment you are given before coming to this earth. How many people did not survive? Many people have not survived many things. This COVID has come. How many people have died? You are still alive. Then you want to use your own hand. Yes, I'm not saying people that take their own lives don't think. I'm not saying the people that take their own lives are not reasonable, are not thinking very well. What I'm saying is that you did not give it a chance to think about it. Not because you did not want to back, because nobody told you that if you give it a chance, if you talk to somebody about it, if you involve a therapist, you can change your mind. Because life is better than death. Because life is beautiful. Because there is a lot to enjoy about life. It's not only suffering. There is good things about life too. So because you did not know, whenever you have suicide thoughts, there is some numbers. I will leave the number on the link that you can call whenever you feel like you have suicidal thoughts. You can as well come back and rewatch this my video and know that you have a purpose, and know that what I said is talk to somebody you trust about this. And I also said see a psychological therapist. Sit down. It's not only mad people that see psychiatrists or mental therapists. No. When you feel bipolar, when you feel you're acting, when you feel that your judgments are not right, when you feel you are depressed, a situation where you are sad, whether somebody offended you or somebody did not offend you, and that means it can last longer, for a month. You are feeling sad. You are feeling self-guilty. You are feeling as if bad things and terrible things are happening to your life. You feel like you are just worst person on the planet. You feel like your life is useless, meaningless, purposeless. You feel like your life is just a waste. You feel like you are not needed. Even if you die, you should die. That's the time to speak up about it. And if you speak up about it, trust me, give it 10 years, not even 5 years, not even 10, 5. You will look back and say, thank God I did not kill myself. Because things will change. They used to say all these things, there is no situation is permanent. But with these things, they are just words, sayings. No condition is permanent, it's true. What you are facing today, give it 1 month. The stress you have, the headache is eating you up. The problem you have right now, give it a month. That's when will be gone. You will have another one. Yes, I not promise you that you will not have problems, but it will be a totally different one. You will look back to this one and it will be in the past. Whatever the thing that made you want to commit suicide, in 5 years you will look back and that thing is nothing. If it was about a lover, or man, woman, you will look back. Maybe by then you will have met another person. Better. Might be better. I'm not saying the one you wanted to kill yourself for was not good. He was good. He or she was good. That's why you went to that point of thinking. But you will end up meeting an amazing people, and you will be like, anyway, I think this person is even, we understand each other better. You might even find your earlier partner already moved, happily married, and you will be like, wow, it's like he's really more happy with this person than when he or she was with him. Life is important. Nothing is worth life. Nothing in this world can buy life. If you want to know, ask yourself the time that people are having very serious chronic diseases, how much do they spend to save their lives? How much does the family have, how much property the family will have to sell before they secure treatment for a person? How much does the whole village, the whole city gather money to fund the treatment of the person? Then if you see your own, you should appreciate and say you are lucky. That's why every morning if you wake up, we thank God that we are able to see another day. Value your life. Value your life. Take care of your life. Take care of your health with everything. And whenever you are affected by suicidal thoughts, think twice.